but he informed me also that Haiti sent some contribution to Korea also.
Yeah, at that time, in the war. 1950. 1950.
That's wonderful. You know, this is very...
What kind of contribution was that?
That was the total of the military support and the monetary support.
In 1950?
Yes, 1950, right.
And this is very important. When we got to stand for each other, we are honoring this together. When something...
I started walking now.
Haiti, I'm sorry. We misunderstood you.
History records that 2 centuries ago, on the eve of your independence, and during my nation's Revolutionary War, more than 500 of your ancestors came from Haiti to my country and died in the fight to bring the United States to life. Now, it is my turn to say, merci, Haiti.
Welcome. In this edition, a look at the latest of a long list of tragedies that have befallen the Caribbean nation of Haiti. There was colonialism, the slave trade, the kidnapping of the recently duly elected president of Haiti, Aristide, horrific earthquakes, and now the dreaded disease cholera. Coming up, a talk with 2 men who have been fighting for Haiti. City Council member Matthew Eugene and artist-activist Smith George. Why there's been such a long succession of tragedies to visit Haiti? Why?
You know, you have to go back to history.
Yeah, why?
And, well, if you go back to Haitian history, you're going to see the Haitian experience is very unique within the black experience. A country that stood on its feet, that defeated colonialism, imperialism, and gained its own independence in 1804 by defeating the Spanish, the British, and the French. So, ever since, this country has been isolated because it was until 1862 that Abraham Lincoln recognized the independence of Haiti. So, and the attitude was, how dare you to create a black nation at the time when all the surrounding countries, you know, had slaves from everywhere in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, in Belize, in Trinidad. A little bit of us use the drop everywhere. So this can be felt until today. And even though you can see pledges from the international community to Haiti, but it hasn't come through. Those pledges haven't come through. So it's as if there's a lack of compassion and for that country, and which I can say the Haitian people sometimes ask these questions. You know, why us? Why is so much happening? Man-made disaster on top of natural disaster have created this condition in Haiti, and there haven't been strong responses from the international community.
But I truly believe if you help people one day, maybe if you have a problem, those people will help you another day. Haiti, when she could, was helping America when we had not gained our independence. That if you can help the Haitians, you're really helping yourselves in these United States. And Haiti has been blessed with a beautiful climate and beaches, but it's been economically raped by so many nations. Now she pleads out for help, and so many people are silent. I think we have an obligation to help Haiti.
Okay, we're back in the air with Dr. Ron Daniels. I have a question for you. Now, let's talk a little bit about cruising into history.
Oh, it's my favorite topic these days.
And I know that your good friend, Danny Glover, a very famous actor, as we know, an activist as well, and he's also involved in this.
You have launched the entire program, and now I want you to describe to the viewers what this is all about and where they also can be part of this.
Well, what we're doing is, of course, and it's wonderful. You know, the other thing I neglected to say is for far too long, the world has ignored Haiti, marginalized, stigmatized. Here you have one of the greatest feats in human history, the Haitian Revolution, which not only defeated 3 powerful military armies, but it also eradicated slavery. The American Revolution did not do that. The French Revolution did not do that. It remained for the Haitians in the Haitian Revolution to do this and to vow that slavery would never return. This is why when Napoleon attempted to reestablish slavery, he was soundly defeated. And there was tremendous apprehension on the part of the United States and Britain and Spain, because now in the middle of all of these slave colonies, there breathed free this powerful black nation that liberated the other side of the island in terms of the Dominican Republic, and then aided Simon Bolivar and others. And so for me, when I began to think of 2004, and this 200th anniversary, it says this ought to be an occasion when we pay gratitude to Haiti for what it did for all black people and indeed for all oppressed humanity, for all humanity. Because the idea of a victory over slavery is a victory for every human being, no matter whether you're Chinese or Polish or whatever. This is an important victory.
Very glad to be here. Thank you.
And particularly this evening, there's one article that you wrote in the New York Times, okay, and further you said that yet Haiti is surely part of this story. Could it be rather after 1791 the specter of a revolution of slaves against white masters, a revolution led by a former slave, Toussaint Louverture, who claimed for the former slaves the universal human rights to freedom and citizenship, made Americans cool to revolution?
Yeah, well, there are several things in that passage that you wrote that seem to be very important. The most important, I think, is simply what the meaning of Toussaint Louverture's claims. His claim that there was a universality to the rights that were being declared by the Americans and the French. He was testing the limits. Do you really mean it? And unfortunately, we found out they didn't really mean it. But it is by his pushing that it got on the agenda that it will be all human beings, not just the ones who the whites who articulated this. The other thing has to do with the Americans. Thomas Jefferson, I sometimes call him the happy revolutionary. He says at one point during the terrorism of the French Revolution, he says, oh, it's not so bad that you have to water the tree of liberty with the blood of dictators to achieve freedom. And there's probably some truth to that, but he didn't feel that way at all about what happened in Haiti.
Just right, you said that. Thomas Jefferson, who readily accepted violence.
Word got around, ships traveled, news traveled, and they were aware of this. And some of the slave revolts, the famous ones, Denmark Vesey in particular, knew a great deal about the Haitian Revolution and was quite conscious.
And the Haitians are not going away. They're strong people. And the Haitians are not going away. They're strong people.